Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Metal. There you see Mr. Money in the Bank AJ Styles, and I'm sure he's got a lot of explaining to do. His Money in the Bank briefcase right there is going to be on the line at Sacrifice against CM Punk in this past week in a tag team matchup. AJ Styles left CM Punk to get beaten up by the tag team champions. Speaking of the devil, does AJ Styles, he's going off with the briefcase. Styles has left it there and CM Punk has taken Styles' briefcase. Tonight we're going to witness the debut of one of the hottest free agents on the wrestling market. Tonight it's the debut in ring of Jeff Hardy, and he has got one hell of a task ahead of him because he is here tonight and he is going to have to face John Cena. Also, what the hell is CM Punk going to do with AJ Styles' briefcase? We saw that at the start of the program. We're going to see how that develops later tonight, plus much more here. But of course we've already mentioned the main event. It is going to be, for the first time ever in NLW, Jeff Hardy versus John Cena. Jeff Hardy making his in-ring debut after debuting and attacking Cena this past week. How is Cena going to combat the offense Hardy provides? We will find out. It's our main event tonight. No doubt it's going to be a historic Metal. Jeff Hardy making his in-ring debut live here tonight. And while we've heard the music right now, we know who's about to make their way to the ring. The most dominant tag team in NLW history, Kevin Nash and The Big Show. We know that they won those NLW tag team titles on our Cross the Line special against The Brood and Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez. This past week they successfully defended them against CM Punk and AJ Styles of all teams. And what the hell was CM Punk doing earlier with AJ Styles' briefcase? I'm sure we're going to find out later, and AJ Styles is going to realise what's happened sooner or later. But right now, Nash and The Big Show are in the ring, and The Big Show is ready for one-on-one action against one half of the Filthy Animals. Rey Mysterio leading the rejuvenated team of Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez, the Latino Warrior, on his own right now. No Hernandez to back him up. And that is because this past week, Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez went 2-on-2 against The Brood, and that match ended when Kevin Thorne spat blood in the eyes of Hernandez, and you see the way The Big Show picks Chavo Guerrero up with ease by his head. And Chavo Guerrero, if he's got any chance in this matchup, is going to have to be quick and try and move out of the way as quickly as possible. There's a springboard leg drop, here's the cover, and look at the power of The Big Show to throw him out of the ring. And as we know, Rey Mysterio returned recently after a career-ending injury. We know he's going to try and manage the Filthy Animals to the best of his ability, but his motivational speaking not going well for Chavo at the moment. He's just press slammed onto that top turnbuckle, and there you see the other half, the NLW Tag Team Champions Kevin Nash, watching on. And it was also on that Cross the Line special that Kevin Nash and The Big Show took out the Filthy Animals backstage, assaulted them in the backstage a few weeks back, and Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez still owed their title rematch. And there you see a massive chop to the chest by The Big Show, and the headbutt sends down Chavo, and goes for the leg drop. Got a little bit too cocky right there, and now Chavo again having to use quick feet, quite literally right there. And with that drop kick, and now Rey Mysterio on the apron directing traffic, telling Chavo to go to the top rope. No support from Hernandez, but there you see he's caught out by the Big Show and a massive DDT to a 450-pounder. Now if Chavo Guerrero can hit some more high-flying offense, then we may get an upset victory for him. But it's not going well at the moment. Big Show is only stirring. Springboard, and he's, oh my lord, he's caught out with that massive bottle by the throat. And the chokeslam by the Big Show. And Rey Mysterio trying to wake up Chavo Guerrero. Looks as if he's knocked out. And now the Big Show looks for that knockout punch, but here we go. And out of nowhere, there's Hernandez. Hernandez taking out Kevin Nash, and Hernandez recovering from last week, and now the referee's distracted from the outside interference, and now look at this. Oh my. Rey Mysterio with that crutch, and the referee's turned it back around now. The referee was focused on the outside commotion. Nash sent into the ring post and the frog splash by Chavo Guerrero, and he's won this. It's all over. Well, the referee wasn't paying attention to what was happening in the ring. He was more concerned with what was happening outside. Hernandez coming through the crowd and attacking Kevin Nash. And with that, Chavo Guerrero pins the heaviest man on the roster in one of the biggest upsets of the year so far. Well, Hernandez, we know what happened to him last week. Got blood spat in his eyes, but that's another story. Rey Mysterio coming in and basically blindsiding the Big Show with that crutch, and then that meant that Chavo Guerrero could hit the frog splash and pick up the victory. Kevin Nash is arguing with the referee, saying that he wasn't paying attention to what was happening in the ring. Ordinarily that would be a disqualification. However, the referee wasn't paying attention, and Chavo Guerrero is the hero here tonight. The biggest upset of 2015 so far. Kevin Nash is really pissed off at the Big Show, there's no doubt about it. But the tag team champions have been put on notice right here. Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez want their tag team title rematch, and they want it ASAP. Jeff Hardy live here tonight makes his in-ring debut against the Doctor of Thuganomics, John Cena. And there you see AJ Styles coming back to his locker room area, and the briefcase is gone. His briefcase is gone, and we know that CM Punk took it, but does he? Well, AJ Styles nevertheless is going to look for his briefcase, but right now the commissioner's in the ring with the 6 men who are going to compete in that X Division Steel Asylum.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few weeks at Sacrifice, history is going to be made. There is no doubt about it. And being the genius that I am, I have made a historic matchup for Sacrifice. It is going to be for the X Division Championship, as you know, and it will take place inside the Steel Asylum. The 6 men in this ring will compete for the opportunity to become the X Division Champion at Sacrifice. You have to climb the walls of the steel cage, you have to climb the domed roof and escape through it to win the X Division title. That is what the 6 of you will be fighting for at Sacrifice. But firstly, I'd just like to ask what the current champion, Austin Aries, thinks about this. Now Austin, there are a lot of people in this matchup gunning for your title. Is it safe to say you're not going to rule out any unlikely allegiances in that cage in order to defend and retain your X Division title?
Anybody who knows me knows I'm a man who stands alone, stands up for the things he believes in, and I believe if you want something done right, you do it yourself. They offered me that same opportunity the week before, and I turned them down. Because I plan on counting on the only man I've always been able to count on, myself. It's magic.
Whoa, stop.
You know what? Stop talking because you made the biggest mistake when you turned down the gentleman. Dare you turn us down? How dare you? What gentleman comes and interrupts me when I'm talking?
I dare, because I'm better than you. And I'm going to go out there and show you when I knock you flatter than Miley Cyrus is.
Very good. Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, Christopher Daniels, lover of superheroes. I'm going to grab my cape and I'm going to perform some magic. So I'm going to slap you so hard that bald head of yours starts growing hair again. Now get out of my face. See about that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll see you in the ring.
Hold on. I can already see that tensions are flaring and I'm going to have to bring it down a little bit of a level. But, moving on, Christopher Daniels, you have obviously been in this sport for a very long time, and at Sacrifice you could finally realise your dream and become the X Division champion in this company. I gotta say, for someone past 40, you are still producing some of the greatest action in wrestling. Moving on to Kidman, you're another one who has been in this business for a very long time, but will Sacrifice be your night, considering the past disappointments that have happened to you in your career?
You know, I feel like I've just been handed a get out of jail free card, because for years, me and the rest of the New Blood have been held down by the egomaniacs trying to hold on to their faded careers. I've been used and abused and told to keep my mouth shut. Well, tonight is my night. And the one man I want to address is the biggest egomaniac of them all. You've been talking about my size and two things that you will never have. And that's heart and talent. That leaves only one thing that I've waited a long time to do.
Clearly winning this championship is a must for many of these competitors in this ring and many others who wish to compete for the X Division Championship. Now, another guy, Sin Cara. You've been in many high-profile matches in your career, most notably Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. That was a high-risk match in itself, but how do you feel going into Sacrifice in another high-risk matchup inside the Steel Asylum, and how great a start to 2015 would it be if you were to walk out of Sacrifice as the X Division champion?
This is amazing. It's a great start to a new year. Like you were saying, 2015 is going to be Sin Cara's year, and better things will come. I guarantee that.
You know what? I shouldn't be competing against nobody. The way things ended last time I faced Cena, I should be awarded another title match. You see, yet the conspiracy launched against me is trying to find a way to keep me away title. You see what I'm saying? But I got some good news and bad news for those who lead the conspiracy. What's that? The good news is I just saved 15% by switching over to Geico on my car insurance. The bad news is the truth is going to hurt someone when I become #1 contender. Tonight, someone's going to get got.
Don't you get it? You lost, man. No one cares what you have to say. That is an interesting choice of words because I'm already doing that right now. Let me show you what I'm talking about, man. I don't think you've ever looked better.
And Kofi backhanded his rival R-Truth, and the brawl has emerged. And look at all these guys. They're going to be competing in that Steel Asylum, but right now they're beating the hell out of each other. And now they've broken it up, and a moment of mayhem for these 6 guys. They've obviously had some harsh words to say to each other, but that's not what matters. What matters is what's going to happen at Sacrifice when it's R-Truth, Kofi Kingston, Austin Aries, Christopher Daniels, Sin Cara and Billy Kidman all competing for the X Division title in that Steel Asylum, and at the end of the day, it's who can climb out of the roof the first. Who can climb out the roof the fastest? Will it be Austin Aries walking out of Sacrifice as our X Division champion, or will somebody take it from him? All this commotion, all of these men want to be X Division champion, and it is shown here tonight. Unbelievable chaos here. And speaking of chaos, we're going to have chaos continuing up next. It's going to be our Metal main event, Jeff Hardy going one-on-one with John Cena. Hardy makes his in-ring debut up next against the Doctor of Thuganomics. And Sacrifice is going to be here March 28th, and what a card it's already shaping up to be. NLW Sacrifice presents the pay-per-view, and it is going to be incredible. And ladies and gentlemen, we have got some breaking news to give to you now. This is a match that's only just been made after the commotion that took place this past week. It is going to be Randy Orton versus Kane, but this time it is an ambulance match. The first man to put his opponent in the ambulance will win, and Kane wants to get his hands desperately on Orton. But also, we're going to have the Intercontinental title on the line. Chris Jericho puts it on the line against the man who pinned him on episode 26, against the young, brash, arrogant star from Green Bay, Mr. Anderson. And this is a first. We saw the commotion that took place earlier tonight when all these men were in the ring. It is for the X Division title, Steel Asylum matchup. Kofi, Kidman, Daniels, Aries, Truth and Sin Cara battle for the title. And who is going to leave with the Money in the Bank contract? AJ Styles won it at WrestleMania, but CM Punk wants to take the thing that AJ Styles loves the most, and that is the opportunity to become world champion. It's for the Money in the Bank contract, CM Punk versus AJ Styles. And there's no doubt that this one's going to be bloody. It's going to shred skin. It's going to be career shortening. There is no doubt about it. It's Barbed Wire Massacre for the Hardcore title. John Cena versus Raven. Kurt Angle has never been pinned, never been submitted. Can Shawn Michaels be the first man to do so when they go up against each other? They traded verbal shots earlier last week, but how are they going to fare against each other at Sacrifice? And who can forget this? It is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Triple H is back, and he wants his title. Especially after those deadly sledgehammer shots last episode. Can Sting be able to compete? We will find out at Sacrifice. And we got to question what the condition of Sting is going to be heading into that main event at Sacrifice. But here's CM Punk, and he's back with that briefcase, and well, he took it at the start of the night. And now, before our main event, he's returned it to AJ Styles' locker room. Don't know how he got let back in there, but still, AJ Styles' briefcase returned to him. And I don't know what CM Punk was doing with that. Nevertheless, right now, it is our Metal main event. And you see the man with barbed wire bat in hand, the ruthless Doctor of Thuganomics, John Cena. This past week, he cut one of the most scathing, offensive raps of his career on Raven. It was on the Cross the Line special on episode 27, where John Cena FU'd Raven for a barbed wire table. And as we know, it's going to be Barbed Wire Massacre for the Hardcore title. John Cena versus Raven at Sacrifice. But Cena has bigger problems right now. He has to switch his focus from Barbed Wire Massacre to right here tonight. It is the NLW debut of Jeff Hardy. He is invoking one hell of a response here tonight. In fact, he debuted by interrupting John Cena, hitting a twist of fate on him, and earned the fans' respect immediately. Jeff Hardy is here tonight, and he is here in NLW to make a statement, to make an impact, and he plans on doing that by getting a victory over John Cena. Of course, John Cena is going to be one who's looking for a victory as well, heading in to Barbed Wire Massacre at Sacrifice, the final Metal before Sacrifice. And here we go. This is Jeff Hardy's NLW debut right here, as he's got John Cena in the headlock, and now right off the ropes, and there you see the hip toss again, and now Cena with a power slam and an elbow, and John Cena teaching Jeff Hardy what it takes to be an NLW superstar, and you've got to take into account the possible ring rust that Jeff Hardy may be suffering from. I mean, he hasn't even competed in an NLW ring for ever, in fact. But he is working well against Cena right now, trying to block him, and there you see another arm drag, taking down Cena, whipping his arm back, and here is another suplex by Hardy. Here's a cover and a kick out by John Cena, and we learned this past week that Jeff Hardy was the man who the NLW fans, you fans, voted for way back at the Slammies to be an NLW, and you know, that's a lot of pressure being put on him, but if anybody can handle it, it is Jeff Hardy, and there you see John Cena managing to reverse that headlock. A much more darker, evil side to John Cena, much more no-nonsense in 2015, ever since losing the Hardcore title to Raven in the I Quit match at Over the Limit. Of course, he's going to get his rematch for that Hardcore title, and it's going to be Barbed Wire Massacre. If he can make it there, that is. Jeff Hardy just about kicked the head in of Cena there, and look at this! Diving over the ropes, a suicidal move by Jeff Hardy, risking his own well-being to hurt John Cena there. And Cena is in La La Land, and if he's got any chance of beating Raven at Sacrifice, he's got to get a victory over Jeff Hardy here tonight, you feel. But we'll take a look back at this. Jeff Hardy, the high-flying offense he brings, is something that nobody else can in NLW, and it really is a much anticipated year ahead, considering the many debuts that have already taken place this year. Jeff Hardy taking the head off of Cena right there, and Cena has got to get back into this, and he does. He manages to reverse Jeff Hardy that time, and oh my lord, look at that. Look at the way he just held him by the neck and flipped him in midair, and I'm sure that, oh jeez, John Cena had an injury to insult, just curb stomping the head of Hardy into the mat, and he looks dazed. He don't know where he is at the moment, and trying to get back into this, because he is holding his neck, and that is not a good sign. John Cena looking to maim his opponent right here, and he does, with a massive punch to the stomach, and now look at this by Cena. The height he got there, flipping over in the Bulldog, and there you see another cover and another kick out by Jeff Hardy, the charismatic enigma. Live in NLW here tonight, making his NLW in-ring debut. And now Cena going to work on Hardy again, but again reversed, making sure he doesn't go into the corner, and there you see the front suplex. Belly first, stomach first into the mat and the canvas, and Cena is in a world of trouble, and Hardy may be looking to put it away already. He looks to go for the swanton that he couldn't hit on episode 28. Is Cena going to feel this right now? Swanton moves out of the way. The Dr. Thuganomics moves out of the way, and the kick out by Jeff Hardy, and that could have been all right there. It was very close. Jeff Hardy, a well-versed athlete in wrestling, and now he's holding his back, and I'm sure that possibly if John Cena had gone for the cover a little bit earlier, then he may have defeated Jeff Hardy here. But he was lucky to move out of the way of that swanton, or boy, it could have been over. And now another punch by John Cena. Cena's building momentum, and he has to at this point. 5-knuckle shuffle by John Cena, and he is in the zone right now. He is trying to send a message to Raven, you feel, who's probably sitting at home right now, still recovering from that barbed wire attack, and now he's on that, the shoulders here, but now reversed by Hardy. Caught out the leg and a roundhouse. Spinning heel kick by Jeff Hardy. And can Hardy get back into this one? Stop him from building any more momentum. Clubbers around the head of John Cena, and now Hardy trying to get back into this. Putting on a spectacle in our metal main event here tonight. John Cena up against the ropes, and Hardy going over again. Irish whip into the corner, but a whisper in the wind. The way twisted in the air, and now Hardy's back up, and the twist of fate again, just like on episode 28, but it's not enough to put away John Cena. John Cena, if he can get out of this unscathed, you gotta believe he's gonna put, well, look at this now as Cena runs at him again, and that another shoulder block takedown, and now John Cena has turned it around in a flash, and there's this move that's put out so many in the past. John Cena, if he can make Jeff tap out right now, it could send a major message to the Hardcore Champion Raven for Sacrifice. It's Hardy tapping out, but he gets to the ropes. Just about. And oh, look at that. Massive kick to the skull, again working on that neck that he's isolated throughout this entire matchup. And now he's on the shoulders again, and we're going to see an FU from Cena, but a roll through by Hardy. He's got him rolled up, and he's caught out and for the win. Jeff Hardy picking up a huge victory in his NLW debut, and I'm sure that all these fans are shocked. Jeff Hardy has done what many doubted he could do, and John Cena, God, he's not happy. He's not happy at all. What do you think Raven's going to think of this? John Cena has to face Raven for the hardcore title at Sacrifice, but he's just lost to Jeff Hardy. Well, Hardy with so many fantastic maneuvers in this matchup, but Cena looked as if he was going to go for the FU to put it all away, but instead, Jeff Hardy catching him out of nowhere, catching him off guard, and rolling him up for the 1-2-3. Oh my God. And John Cena's looking at that bat in a sinister way. It's wrapped in on. Cena's running in the ring. Oh, Jesus. For God's sake. John Cena's not happy at all. And he's just clobbered Jeff Hardy with that barbed wire bat. Well, the story is, John Cena, he did lose, but he couldn't take losing. And that deadly weapon just clobbered off of the skull of Jeff Hardy. What a despicable way to treat you. Oh my God. Oh my God, Cena, turn around, boy. Cause Raven's here. What the hell? I thought he was still at home. I thought he was still at home injured, but what the hell is he doing here? Raven wants to put him away, but Cena goes for the attack. Raven effect. John Cena. I'm in shock. These fans didn't expect this. I didn't expect this. John Cena certainly didn't expect this. He was still reeling from that loss to Jeff Hardy. And now Raven, the NLW Hardcore Champion, is back in the building. We haven't seen him for nearly a month. And it was all because of the attack of John Cena that did it, and now he spreads the wings. Raven is back. And Raven is ready to defend his hardcore title in barbed wire massacre at Sacrifice. Cena can't believe it. Well, an amazing main event right here, but well, AJ Styles has just seen his briefcase has been returned, and CM Punk, we know he oh my God. Oh my. What the flippin' hell is that thing? It's a freaking snake. What the hell is CM Punk? Where'd he get a snake from? AJ Styles has driven CM Punk insane.